Hello, fellow NIMCNs and AMKNs. My name is Vikramjit Bhayana, and I'm from MBA 11, currently working with Bajaj Allianz General Insurance. I welcome you all to our very own visual podcast called How's the Josh? Let me invite our guest, Dhananjoy sir. Dhananjoy Akka DJ was born and raised in a village in Bihar where electricity came 3 years back and still does not have a school beyond 5th standard. Everyone in the village either did farming or served in the armed forces. Majority did both. A true personification of Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. DJ is the youngest among his four siblings and next best educated member in his family is his elder brother, who completed his 10th standard. Even though he was born in a soldier's family, he never got to see army life closely, as his family always lived in a village. The first exposure to army kids or families and larger world was our very own AIMK, where he did his MCA, which opened up him to a whole different set of perspectives and possibilities as a young dreamer. Pursuit of his dream brought him to San Francisco Bay Area in the very first year of his professional career, where he established himself as a technology professional. His passion of studying at prestigious institute landed him at Duke University for his MBA. Later, he served as VP of Engineering and Technology in eBay, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo Bank. He also co-founded and led multiple entrepreneurial ventures, including nonprofits. Currently, DJ is fascinated by the idea of creating machines which are not only capable of interfacing with humans much like they do with each other, but also taking humanity to a whole different level of evolution. He is currently leading strategy, build out and adoption of a best-in-class AI bots targeted at turning bankers into superhumans and doing customer service at scale. DJ lives with his wife, 2-year daughter, and a 5-month-old son. In addition to playing with his children, his newfound joy, DJ loves traveling, practicing yoga, and indulging in adventure sports. With that, I welcome you, sir, and I thank you to be a part of this podcast. And with that,
Great. Go ahead.
With that, let's start with our Josh questions. Are you a morning person or a night owl, sir?
I am a morning person. Morning person Monday to Friday, but suddenly on the Friday night, I become a night owl in the AIMK spirit, which is work hard and party hard.
Party harder.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
somehow feel sir that facet in most of us can never go away because in AIMK, I think, fortunately, it used to be almost every night. But I think it also gives you the capability of doing it at least on weekends. So I'm glad you're still living up to the AMK spirit, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great, sir.
Yeah. But
Are you?
thank you for the great introduction. It sounded amazing. Your voice,
Sir,
your
it
diction
truly
is
is
amazing.
amazing. It truly is
Yeah.
amazing, sir. When I was reading every word out, I was feeling really proud that I belong to the same college as you, and it, like I was telling you previously, sir, it gives a lot of confidence to us that we're from the same fraternity. If some of us can do really well, at least we can learn from them and try and climb the ladder and do really well for ourselves. And hence this,
Absolutely.
sir. So
Yeah.
the whole idea. Done,
Mhm.
sir.
Doing it
My
while having fun.
Absolutely, sir. That's the best way to do it, sir.
Yeah,
My next question,
absolutely.
sir. Are you a coffee person or a tea person?
Coffee, out a coffee person. Much like red wine makes you a poet in the Friday evening, coffee makes me a thinker and an analyzer. Every day in the morning, it gets me going, gets some cerebral function uh, triggered in the morning. So yes,
Lovely.
coffee person. But I do take tea in the evening with my
Okay.
family. Standard.
Right.
Yep.
But you start off with your day with coffee. Great, sir. That's a good
Black
start.
coffee,
That's a good start.
fresh black coffee.
As
Yep.
we speak, it's your morning, right? Because you are in the United States of America. I'm sure you're having your coffee right now, sir.
Yeah, I finished.
Perfect, sir. Perfect. Done, sir. My next question to you. What's the first thing that you do when you wake up in the morning?
Oh, I look at my phone. I want to catch up with what I missed while I was sleeping, whether it's world news or whether it's gossips around the groups that I'm part of on WhatsApp or looking at what happened on LinkedIn. So standard, very human phone in front, seeing what happened. It's a doorway to the whole world for me.
Absolutely. What an
Yeah.
honest answer, sir. What an honest answer. Most of us do that. In fact, I
Yeah.
confidently say everyone does that when they wake up. The first
Mm.
thing they reach out is their mobile phone. Uh,
Yeah.
and I think technology has also made us a little bit of a FOMO, fear of missing out, wala jo feeler hai,
Absolutely.
ingrained in us. So we really want to know what happened in the last 8 hours, even though half the world was sleeping, but we are still.
Yeah.
So
You have it right. Yeah.
perfect, sir. So my next question to you: what's on your desk?
Desk. You saw coffee cup.
Yes.
I have a picture here that I cannot take out of my family, which includes my children, wife, mother, father, and then the notepad.
Lovely.
That's all. Very simple.
Very simple and yet very, very precise. You've got a notepad to jot things if at all something comes onto your mind. Family, of course, I think that's the biggest motivator for all of us, right, sir?
Right.
I think is the biggest driver for all of us. To have them right in front of you is the biggest motivation one can have. Because you know
It,
what
it
you're doing is for them.
yeah, the priority is right there. Keeping number one, the
Absolutely.
number one. Whatever you
Absolutely.
achieve needs to be for your fun and for them, right?
Absolutely, sir.
So the number one has to be number one.
Perfect, sir. Perfect. My next question to you is what's on your smartphone home screen?
Again, my children, newer photos of them. My Google is filling like a GB a week because I
Oh,
take so much of
wow.
photos and videos of my children, and whichever I like, it keeps coming there. Yeah.
I couldn't agree more, sir. I've become recently entered fatherhood, and my phone has suddenly exploded with the photos that I'm clicking non-stop. And by
Yeah.
fact, I think the wallpaper turns out to be them. I think because
Yeah.
everyone want to look at them, even if they are right in front of you. When you see your phone, you should see them. I think that's what this does to you. It's magical, sir. I completely agree.
Yeah. Live it. Live it. My father used to tell me that you won't know what it means unless you have your own children, and now I know what he meant.
True, true. I
So
think
live it.
every child would have heard this from their parents, sir. That जब
Yeah.
तुम बड़े होंगे तब तुम्हें पता चलेगा. And
हाँ, तब पता लगेगा, अभी
it is
बहुत
so
परेशान
true.
कर रहे हो.
It
Yes,
is
yes,
so true.
yes, yes, yes.
Perfect, sir. So my next question: what's your favorite work day time waster?
Same, especially the phone, and within the phone, uh, let's say LinkedIn, mostly CNBC. I want to go and
Okay.
get hooked on and see what's happening. So whenever I'm bored or tuned out, I access my phone, go to CNBC, LinkedIn, and whatnot, WhatsApp.
But sir, that's the interesting bit. Even when you get some time off, most people want to unwind, stretch out. You're still trying to read and learn. I think that's an incredible thing that people can pick up. That no matter where you are in life, that
Yeah,
that feeler of keep learning, keep moving forward should always remain. I think, and I think that's what
right.
keeps you ticking. So
Right, right. Yeah, yeah.
I
Mostly
like
when
that.
I'm off work and let's say I don't have situations, I bookmark things. And when I get time, I go back to them, read them, remove them,
Lovely,
and
sir.
all. Yeah, yeah. But yeah. So it has nothing to do with everyone has to do this and all. It's just
Of
something that I
course.
like. You can do anything that you like. Yeah.
True. True. Perfect, sir.
Yeah.
My next question, sir. What's your favorite personal possession?
Oh, I mean, I don't have anything that I cherish over the years. My mind is very uh, uh, ever changing dynamic, so mostly it changes over time, but right now it's by new SUV that I bought. I'm loving it. It is technology pack. I keep tinkering with it and making it things happen with it, and love driving, going to places. So that's what it is right now.
Sir,
It
is
may
that an
change
open
after a couple of
invite? Is
months.
that an open invite to all AMKs to come to you and you can take them for a spin?
Absolutely, there shouldn't be a question. NIMC or AIMK people within US and outside of US come to my
Lovely.
home, we'll party.
Guys, you've got an invite. Ab tumhare upar hai. This is the best I could do for you guys.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah, yeah,
My
absolutely.
next, my next question, sir. How do you run a meeting?
I don't like meetings. So when I have to run, it has to be very small, maybe 30 minutes or so. I try to get things done outside of meetings, but if it has to be a meeting, maybe 30 minutes focused meeting with agenda. But I do make sure that new ideas, new approaches, novelty flows in. If something has to needs to take its place, it takes place. Another meeting will be done, but I don't want to miss best ideas and new things at all.
Lovely.
Yeah,
So in your meetings, you're also sowing seeds for new ideas. That's a brilliant way to hold a meeting, sir.
yeah,
You're saying
yep.
it's absolutely structured, which means no time waste. You come, you hit the nail on the head, work around it,
Mhm.
and be done
Mhm.
with. At the same time, you're also encouraging newer ideas to germinate. Brilliant ideas. I think that's how should meetings should be. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
your team will also enjoy then attending those meetings because they know they'll learn something new through someone, through you or through them. I think
yep,
it's a
absolutely.
brilliant way of holding a meeting, sir. A, you're getting a job done. You're also
Mhm.
engaging the team in a very positive manner. Two,
Mhm.
sir.
So it's like cutting the tree, which is standard duty, and also sharpening the saw because you have to keep cutting the tree, right?
Correct.
So
Oh,
both of them.
lovely, sir.
Yeah, yeah,
You've explained it
yeah,
extremely well. I think everyone out there will understand this. Brilliant, sir.
yeah,
Very
yeah,
good example.
yeah.
The next question to you, sir. The one trait that you look for in new hires.
Absolutely. With the single best thing that I can have in a new hire is hunger, desire to learn and grow. Uh, Number one, and a very strong ethic. If someone is not very rooted in a strong ethic, I would not want to. Sorry, I would not want to spend my time coaching and mentoring them and growing them into a top-notch professionals.
Agreed, sir.
Yeah,
I think that this trait of unlearning and relearning, I think, is very critical, sir, to your point, and I think that's very strong. If you can get someone
yeah,
on a team who has the capability and will to unlearn and relearn, I think those
mm,
people by de facto are brilliant learners because then they have that hunger in them. Like you said, the hunger has to be there. I think
yeah,
without which the person you're only as efficient as your slowest team member, they say, sir. So if the person
right.
is slow, you could be really good with the team, but that one person can pull you back. I think
Right.
that's an interesting trait to see in people. So I completely agree.
Yeah, I would rather take a probably less smart person who is very committed and motivated
Correct.
than the other way around. Yeah,
Fair point, sir. Fair
smart
point.
one, but he's not committed or he's not hungry. Yeah.
True. My
Yeah.
next question, sir. Who's been the greatest influence on you?
Greatest influence. Again, it has kept changing over the years. Like my first encounter was with a probably larger than life person with Narayan Murthy. In the very first year of AIMK, there was an event in Science City, I think, and I
Okay.
didn't. We had a lottery. I didn't get a seat, but I still somehow hopped onto the bus, and there was a teacher called Haldar sir. He said that "आ गया तो तू चल अब," इसी तरह से. And I went, and the first line was that I had to miss the birthday of my son, but I'm happy that I came for thousands of sons and daughters here, and that
Wow.
kind of resonated with me. And I said that I want to be someone like him, at least in moral makeup. And from then things kept changing, but the largest and the biggest one was Bill Gates for me, not because he created one of the largest amount of value uh, or created lots of value for humanity in terms of building windows and all, but he's a big, huge philanthropist also. So he's giving back.
Right.
So which kind of very special in him that something resonates with me.
In fact, sir, as many billions as Bill Gates has in his account, I think he's got as many followers. People like him, like you, if I the way I read your introduction, I'm sure people relate that people like you, people like Bill Gates, I mean, you all make us believe that if you really have a vision, have a passion towards achieving things, you can really be out there. Like for
Yeah,
Bill Gates became Bill Gates later, but when he started off, he was like you and me, like a
yeah,
regular guy who had the zeal to really make a change, make a difference, and look at him where he is. And it's he didn't have a godfather; he did on all on his own. So I think that hunger, that zeal, and the journey, not many people get to experience and see the ups and downs to see. I'm sure a lot of Yamkins would look at you and say that, wow, he's so lucky. But thanks to this podcast, they'll at least know your journey. They would know that
yeah,
you had a lot of downs also and not just all ups to
yeah,
to leave you where you are right now, sir. Absolutely
yeah.
rich experience and doing what you do best, sir. So, uh,
Yeah. If I mean, I think for all aspirants, I'll say that go and read Buddha. He would tell you that your journey is the true accomplishments that you have. The the fact that you are able to walk the path that you have courage to walk the path that you want to walk, is the biggest thing that you can have. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Good point, sir. Good point.
Yep.
Move on to my next
Yeah,
question, sir. What's the best professional advice you've ever been given? Someone's given you that advice, sir.
yeah. My current mentor, she's in Wells Fargo, really high up, supporting to CEO. When I left Wells Fargo, she told me that, hey, DJ, just ensure that in the new venture that or adventure that you are going to undertake, you enjoy every day. Make it a playful adventure, your career, right? What she meant was have fun every day. Play a value creation game rather than a status game. So example would be, don't fight for being this person or that person or this position or that position. Rather think, what did I create today in terms of value? Am I creating 2x tomorrow or next month? And if do a performance evaluation of yourself, and if you are doing creating value and things are not working out, just leave, go to the next best adventure. There is no need of over analyzing, and just keep moving. If you have a lot many happy days and fun days at work, you'll have a very good life.
Wow.
Don't Yeah, so I loved what she said. And she said that if you're not enjoying every day, not having fun every day, probably you are looking for Sanjeevani Booty in a Ram jungle, and there is no point wasting your time and life in it, right?
Very
So
well put,
don't
sir.
look for Sanjeevani Booty in a Ram jungle, DJ.
Very well put, sir. In fact,
Yeah,
I think what I take away is regular self introspection is necessary. Run out
yeah.
to adventures and don't look for Sanjeevani Booty in the wrong jungle. I think that is.
Yeah,
And another thing, so I think what she said is so powerful.
yeah,
All of us spend 8 to 9 hours of our waking best self doing a job. And if we can't
yep.
love what we are doing or at least enjoy what we are doing,
Hmm.
we'll never be able to really excel at that. Because, like I said, 8 to 9 hours of your best time you're devoting to something which is called as a job. And if you're not really in it to win it, you will never either learn or explore or give your inputs to the level that probably you should be. So I think that
Yeah, and
will lesson to learn, sir.
right. And what have actually worked for me is that mostly people look at the job function or the area that they love, which is very important. But equally important is the team that you're working for. If the
Correct.
team is not right team for you, you will know it in your heart, or the boss is not the right boss for you. You'll not experience flow. And if that's happening, there is no need to take it on yourself that there is something wrong only with me. You just move on. Uh,
True.
Someone better fit will come there and experience a good career. You make a space for the next person and you move on.
And people rightly say, sir, people leave bosses and not companies, right? I think
Yeah.
the person that you're working for, the team, has a very critical role in how you get groomed. So I think it's
Yep.
critical to identify the right boss or the right team to really work with and for,
Yep.
because
Hmm.
that will groom you day in, day out. So I think,
Yep.
and another interesting thing
Absolutely.
for all aspirants, companies, of course, are important, but it's very critical to know who you will be working with and how you will groom yourself with that person. Great,
Absolutely.
great point. My next question, sir. Who is your favorite sports person?
Dhoni.
Dhoni.
Yeah, so I mean, growing up, Tendulkar was God for me. But when I saw this guy on camera on the screen and the way he leads the team, like you see on the screen, the situation
Right.
is hot, but as it gets hotter, he gets cooler. And it's a completely opposite for an average person like us.
Yeah.
So maybe I can imbibe that trait someday from him. I always remind myself that, if it is getting hotter, you better get cooler,
Better get
right?
cooler.
Yeah.
That's actually such a wonderful lesson from him, right, sir? In the toughest of situations, you will look at him, he will look calm, composed. There could be a lot running inside him, but the
Yeah.
demeanor that he conducts himself is absolutely crisp and how it should be. And I think
Yeah.
times when
People are looking up to you. Rest of the players are looking up to you, and you have to
absolutely. So you're
like us.
setting such a wonderful benchmark that, and so beautifully so that when the situation gets tough, if we steam up also, you will never be able to think logically, right? You'll
Right.
always
Have to.
become impulsive and not really hit the nail on the head like you should. But if you keep yourself calm, composed, I think it's easier for you to look out for an easier solution rather than complicate things. So I think it's an
Absolutely.
lesson Dhoni can teach the world, and he is teaching, of course. Great lesson to imbibe from him, I would say.
Right, right. So, and if you hear him, he would tell you that it's just another match. He's not
Yeah,
diminishing the importance of the match,
yeah,
but it is just another job for you. It's just another
correct.
career option for you. If just take it that way, and you will be fine. Yeah.
Lovely, sir. Lovely. My next question, sir. Your favorite song?
Favorite song? न न न न न न न न न न न न खो गया ये जहां. Yeah, you remember
Lovely.
सो गया
Absolutely.
आसमां. So like in the Friday nights, that's the first song that comes to my mind and that plays. I have another one which I play, but this is the first one that we play in our group.
Love. And I think this song has so many meanings if you depends on when and how you're listening to it, sir.
Yeah,
It is a brilliant song, I think, and it's the perfect. I think we should make this the standard AMK songs, sir, because every night out there is crazy and
yeah,
a lot of fun, full of memories. I think this could be a brilliant song to
yeah.
night.
We were like night animals at AIMK, and
Absolutely
each song has layers essentially. Depending on which mental plane you are, the
correct.
song will have different meaning to you.
It'll take you to a different place every layer. I
Yeah,
completely agree,
yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Done. So my next question: your favorite movie?
Favorite movie, Lage Raho Munna Bhai. Uh,
Nice.
lot of funny elements and stuff in it. It really connects with me. So it's not a movie that I watch end to end, but in bits and pieces, I keep watching it. I don't get enough of it.
Nice. And I think a big thing that movie brought into trending was that Jadoo Ki Jhappi, sir. I think
Yeah.
it really taught us that people around us need a lot of love. Fortunately,
Mm,
that's the only thing that's free and it's within us in abundance. Give it
mm,
without calculating how much you're giving. I think
right.
it really opened up the doors for a lot of people to just start giving love, sir. I think that's a very important trait to have. You can't
Yeah,
calculate how much you can give when it comes to love. I think it should be endless. It should be completely giving, and
yeah.
that's what makes a place a wonderful place to be. So I somehow feel that really trends with you.
Right, right. You tell the person by hugging the person that, hey, I understand you. I'm there
Yeah,
for you. I care
absolutely,
for you. So you can give that to anyone and everyone. You are eternally rich by God. You're right.
absolutely, sir.
So achieving, growing, rising is a very basic instinct of a human. They want to be larger, better, bigger of themselves, but giving makes you alive.
Absolutely.
Let you throb better by giving fellow Homo sapiens, if I can tell them that they matter. You care for them, right?
Absolutely, sir.
It happens with your with your boss. If
Yeah.
that comes across that you care, that's the best message that you can give. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think to have that feeling of a lot of people feel that in your workplace, feeling of care has no relevance, but I feel it has a strong relevance. If you
Yep.
look at
Very strong.
your work and your team members and your superiors, it shows
Hmm.
innately that you're a good human being. And I've learned one thing, sir. A lot of things you can learn at job, but if you're a good human being by default, I have seen people, you will always rise because you will appreciate it, you will be appreciated, people will respect you a lot more because they know that you're genuine. And I think
Right.
genuine is very, very critical, sir.
Right. You lead up, you lead down, and one message you want to get across is that you care. I mean, I don't know, not in too details if you have read a book. If you have read a book called Give and Take or not, it's one of the
No,
New
sir,
York
not
Times
read it.
bestsellers. And
Okay.
one sentence summary of it is that there are three type of people in the world: givers, takers, and matchers. And the top of the hierarchy are the givers, and in the bottom of the hierarchy are givers also. But you have to
Oh,
be bigger giver, which is very surprising to rise, but you have to make sure that you are not a pushover or a doormat. If you are not that
got
and you
it.
are a giver and carer, that resonates with every human being. And
Wow. That's what was the name of the book again, sir?
give and take,
Give and Take. Okay.
if I'm getting it correctly, I can send you the name, but that's
Cool,
what
sir.
I think it is. Yeah.
Perfect, sir. Perfect. My next question, sir. The most fun moment at work for you.
Foosball. Foosball after lunch,
Wow.
15-20 minutes is fun. It's relaxing. Takes away lots of stress and reboots me. Uh, for the next hour.
All those listeners are fuming right now, sir. Having a foosball in your office, playing that after lunch. How cool is that, sir?
Go get one. Convince right people. Sell value proposition of foosball to your leadership. You are a digital marketing guy. At the end of that day, you're doing marketing. Build a value proposition.
I'll
Get
do
one.
that, sir. I'll do that. I will do that.
Yeah.
I hope it works. I hope it works, but I'll give it a try, sir, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll like it.
Done, sir. Done. My next
Yeah.
question, sir. What's the best professional advice you've ever given?
I have ever given. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I think for new hires or for younger people that have come up to me for coaching or mentoring, the best advice that I think sticks with everyone is that there is so much to read, so much of implosion of information, is that even if they are somewhere good, they don't know whether they are into something which they love or not. And the basic problem is that as a human being, you have so many talent that God gives you, and the brain and the capabilities sometimes confuse you too. So I tell them this, that hey, since you don't know what you love, like, you have to start somewhere, and a human being or a computer starts from somewhere to search, right? So this
Right.
is the beginning point. Start loving what you're doing, and someday you will start doing what you love. And if it is not happening for you, just move on. But start that. It's a multivariate problem to solve in terms of product, entrepreneur, and market fit. And if you don't know that, you don't have a good hunch about it, do it. And let's say if you are in marketing, digital marketing, be the best one there could be within your group, with the specialized expertise in that area. Not only your company, spend
Yeah.
20% of time to be the best in that city, in that country, in the globe, right? So when you have specialized knowledge, and a product market entrepreneur fit, you will experience a great career, right? You don't need to run and ask for promotion. If you have that, you will create value and you will shine. People will take you up. Like, whatever top
True.
notch opportunities that I've got was never solicited. People came out to me, the DJ, would you do it? Because they know that I'm good at it, or I'll do it really well because I have that integrity, right? So I tell
Right.
them that just be the best in that area. And if you think that is digital marketing for you is not the right area, AI is not the right area, find a new area, and
Correct.
just play a value creation game,
In fact, my
not a
boss
status
says this
game.
very beautifully. So he says that be the best at what you can do, exactly what you were saying. Don't run
Yeah,
after outcomes and promotions and salary hikes. All of that is
right.
incidental. Love
Yeah.
what you're doing, give it your 130%, do the
Mhm.
best job that you can. You may succeed, you may not succeed. That's not the end result. If you
Right.
succeed, learn from that and then succeed. But don't run after the outcome because that is incidental. If you're working well, like you said, the promotions and salary hikes and newer, better jobs will follow you because
Follow you.
people know that you're adding and creating value, which many
Yep. Yep.
people aren't. So I think that's an interesting lesson to
Yeah,
take.
everybody says same thing. If you read Gita, they will tell you to uttam bano, matlab go for excellence, right?
Correct.
And
Go for
if you
the
do that,
excellence.
things
Right.
will follow you. I mean, it looks
Yeah.
so preachy, but that's true. Yeah.
It
It
sounds
will
preachy,
stress
but
your
it's true.
boss
I
up
agree,
also.
sir.
If you keep asking your boss, I need this, I need that, they'll get fed up. It's about
Correct.
that. What did you produce for the organization?
Right.
What value you created? And if that's not working out for this organization, someone out there is looking out. They'll pull you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Happen. Exactly. Don't be impatient, is what you're trying
Yeah.
to say, right? So like have that patience in you, keep working at it, and good things will flow. So my last
Absolutely.
question to you, sir.
Yeah.
Advice to young employees or the younger folk out there.
Yeah. I think very much aligned with what I said, right? But I'll probably start with something that I did not say last time, which is like the career to me, and I keep evolving. For now, career to me is like a good dance between making it happen and letting it happen. Sometimes you force too much in making it happen that you forget about letting it happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like I said, that when you have in product market entrepreneur fit, or you have the right place, uh, where your energies are going, things will happen automatically. You won't even imagine. So, right. But if you work
Yeah.
too hard towards mentally and psychologically, you will get burnt out. So I'm just saying that iterate through that problem, find right things for you, and go all in. Have a mentor. Sometimes, people say that you're 90% wrong about yourself, and your friends and family is 90% right about you. So get that feedback loop going, and just have fun. Because at the end of your career, you won't remember how many promotions you got, how much money you made. You will
Correct.
remember whether you had a fun or not, right? All throughout the life.
True.
So yeah. So I mean, everybody is temporary here. Airtel के prepaid recharge हैं हम लोग, limited validity, right? So have
So
fun, man. Have fun. You will do good. Don't stress it out.
basically,
Don't
have
come.
fun. I think that's the core of our conversation today. So have
Uh,
fun. Don't take things too seriously because there's a shelf life to everything. So I think having fun at what you're doing is very, very critical. It's
yeah, yeah.
PG, but it's absolutely true to its sense.
Hmm.
Like Sir said, I mean, I read out the introduction. His journey has been incredible. A lot of us keep living about life that मुझे ये नहीं मिला, वो नहीं मिला. He comes from a place where electricity just came 3 years back, guys, and look at where he is now. Absolute
Yeah,
life example of how if you have determination, if you have that zeal to make it big, to really achieve something in life, then all these things become secondary. You can use them as
yeah.
excuses if you're not succeeding, but I would recommend here is podcast again, go through the introduction again. I think it's beautiful. You could make a film out of it. It's a very filmy story from very young, various
So
to
generous of you.
no, sir, I think it's
Yeah.
absolutely the truth. When I was reading it, also when you sent to me, I had goosebumps because it just makes you feel that if you really have it in you, if you want to really make it big in life, it is possible. And this is the core of this podcast, sir. We're trying to let the world, especially our AMK family, know that even if you're from this college and it's a good college, you may not be from an IIM, but there are like examples like Sir who've made it big with so many roadblocks that he had. He could have easily sat back and said that I have a lot of problems, I can't do it. But he chose
Yeah,
not to and he fought.
yeah. If you're not from IIM or IIT, you lead them someday.
Absolutely, sir. That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say, that we can lead them. So why not?
yeah,
Why not?
yeah. So I think I would just conclude this one, probably answer if you can. Again, I'll quote Buddha. I love him. Is like, and I'll paraphrase what he said. Is that वो guitar का there is a string, right? If you tighten it too much, it will break. But if you
Correct.
loosen it, it won't produce music. So you have
Yeah.
enough tightness to produce
Perfect
music.
amount of,
That's where
yeah.
you'll have flow in your career. Don't tighten it too much, but don't loosen it too much either. And that's your personal call. You have to have flow and enjoyment in what you're doing.
Perfect, sir. Perfect. The final takeaway, whenever you're in the States, get in touch with Sir. He'll take you for a spin in his SUV.
Absolutely.
And sir, thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you, sir. Very, very, very inspirational. I hope all of you listening out there get inspired, learn a few traits from him. Of course, connect with him on LinkedIn, get in touch with him. Absolutely a generous alumni. He'll be more than happy to connect and mentor you in whichever way possible. I think, sir, thank you. Thank you for taking out time. I know you're in a completely different country. The time, it's morning for you, it's evening for us right now. Thank you for taking out time. It was
No
a
problem. No problem. Yep, yep. And I learned something today. I really need to be as articulate and fun like you are in talking.
sir, please, you're being too kind, sir.
I mean, you are you know what, a radio jockey or probably video jockey material. Yes, such a
Sir,
good,
thank you.
pleasant
Thank you, sir.
presenter. Yeah, I
Means a
need to
lot,
learn
sir.
that from you. Yep, yep, yep.
Thank you, sir. Means a lot. Thank you, sir.